So, have you ever laughed at something that didn't seem that funny at all? And I'm not just talking about like things that everyone else is like, "Oh, that's horrible. That's morbid. Like, why would you laugh at that?" Like, okay, I've got a dark sense of humor. Okay, my past trauma has guaranteed this. So, there are things that. Sorry, my hair's messy. I can't. I've given up. There's nothing I can do to tame it. It is what it is. But anyway, I mean, like, there are a lot of things that I try to keep to myself if I find funny because it's like, "Okay, I should not be laughing at this," but, my dark sense of humor, it comes out sometimes. Um, but this isn't what like, this wasn't a dark sense of humor sorta thing. I was literally just, like, taking selfies, right? And I just so you see where the way that the light is shining, it looks like it's cut my eye is kinda dark. Then you shift, like, to the side, and my eye looks all of a sudden, like, really light. Do you see that? Like, it looks a lot brighter, and honestly, that's how bright my eyes look whenever I cry, except I have, like, more bloodshot eyes than you don't see the whites. Like, I look like a zombie. I look like a weird, freakish zombie, okay? My eyes get very electric blue light, um, and like, but then you shift the light and the light's, like, directly on me across, but see how my eyes look a bit darker here? Is it made me laugh so much earlier, like, I was just literally taking a selfie, and I was like, "Hmm," like, "Okay, I know my glasses, the light's gonna bounce off it or whatever," but then I shifted, like, "Okay, maybe I'm not looking at the light directly," but then my eye color looks lighter in the middle, right? With the darker ring around it because I mean, that's how my eyes are. It's whatever color it is in the middle, and then a darker ring around it. Now, yes, technically, my eyes are blue, but um, I also have bits of green and gold in the middle because my dad has hazel eyes. My mom, her eyes turn color all the time too, but hers were a bit brighter blue, I guess. And it's really interesting how my eye color can change literally by what I'm like wearing sometimes. I was wearing a very like I'd say medium gray. Like, don't know how to really describe it. I could go get the shirt, but I want to sit on my bed. I don't want to get up. But it basically, I was wearing a gray shirt, and I was taking a selfie, and I accidentally stubbed my toe, and I have this like kind of face on. But I was trying to. Okay, anyway, I was trying to take a selfie to show my eye color almost exactly matched my shirt, and it did. And there's no filters. It's completely unedited. And there were some people who didn't believe me, like, that my eye color can change, but it's so funny. It was so funny to me, like, the way that I just shifted and all of a sudden it, like, looked bright like this. And then, like, I shifted back to the light being almost directly on me, and my eyes looked darker, and it just I'm, like, trying not to really laugh, but it was so funny earlier to me. I see, like, it's such a just in a just weird. It's just such a weird thing, like, it's totally random. Like, it's not even, like, a dark humor thing or whatever, like, why is this person laughing at this thing? Why? I just I don't know. It was funny to me. I felt like I would share. Like, does anyone else do that? Like, there's just something so random, and you have no idea why, but it's hilarious to you. Like, it just was so hilarious to me. I'm like, "Whoa, look at the eye color change. Whoa." I know, I'm holding my phone, by the way, like, that's why it's actually moving, I don't have it on my little tripod thing, um, because 'cause I'm kinda because of where I'm sitting on my bed, because I was literally I happen to have this mic and the thing or the like, right there on my desk that's well, a desk that's next to my bed on the other side. Like, my work desk is the one that's L-shaped, that's at the foot of my bed. I'm towards the top of my bed, like, there's Emmy and the little Wolfchan. Um, I guess. I haven't named him actually, like, officially named him, so I'm just gonna call him Wolfchan. But anyway, um, so, like, I happened to be sitting here when I was doing, like, just like, hair. And then that's when I like, shifted and it was just I was laughing so much. I was trying not to laugh too loudly because it is bedtime. The boys have been asleep for the past hour. I definitely don't want to wake them up. But it was so funny to me and there's no explanation as to why. No explanation as to why. It's hilarious to me. It, Mhm. It is. And I don't like actually having my hair up very often because I had to have my hair up all the time if it was past a certain length when I was in the military, and that was 8 years. So, I mean, like, I put it back in a ponytail when I'm, like, working because I have to put a headset on when I'm, taking calls, but I don't actually like having it kind of free or whatever, but I don't want it, like, completely in my face. I don't like clips, though. I don't like clips in my hair. But anyway, I figured I would share, like, this hilarious moment it's hilarious to me. I I am a weirdo, okay? I'm such a weird dork, okay? But that's happened to me in the past where it's just things just seem so silly or ridiculous or hilarious to me, and I will laugh, and people will look at me like I am completely crazy, and it's just like I can't explain why it's hilarious to me, why I find joy in this. I don't know if maybe it's the ADHD, the autism, I don't know what it is, neurodivergence or the dark humor from my past. Like, I just find things hilarious that probably wouldn't be hilarious or should be hilarious. I don't know. I really don't have an answer as to why. But there are times when I just find something so funny or so silly or I just find immense joy from, and it could be the simplest thing. And that happens often. So I don't know, but I figured I would share that. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I've never worn color contacts. Like, I am actually curious of how it would look because my eyes are blue, and sometimes they look green. In the morning when I wake up, imagine turquoise with a like heavily filtered, like a dark, like gray filtered over it, like you're trying to add shades and shadow to the turquoise, and that's literally what my eyes look like when I wake up in the morning. Like, that's the eye color. Um, and I was told that by other people whenever I woke up, and they're like, "Your eyes look a certain way," and I'm like, "Huh? I don't know." Um, I don't know. Like, I don't know if black clothing actually affects it either, because most of the time my eyes like really show very blue, but I don't know. I don't know. But I just found that hilarious, that just the direct shift of, like, "Oh, it's, like, much lighter here and then darker." I mean, if I really wanna go deep and do the whole philosophical thing and be like, "Things can shift in a moment and blah, 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 blah," right? But no, my mind went directly to, "That's so hilarious." The way it shifted color like that just based on the light and the angle of my phone. And I don't know why that's funny. I really don't. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that whimsy with you. Um, I mean, like, I was kind of like lying down on my bed for a bit. I'm not gonna lie down. I'm not gonna. No, wayward, wayward strand of hair. I'm not gonna do that like on video or whatever. But yeah, like, I was lying down for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up and just out of, okay, whatever, do some selfies, and then yeah, this happened, and then this video. So, um, yeah, not much is going on. Today was like not a bad day at work, but it was one of those like I'm ready for the year to be over kind of like I'm tired. Um, so yeah, I don't. There was some good news. When I was online earlier, like just some cool stuff, like Boston. Boston, I love you. I've never been, but I love you. If you know, you know. Becoming a sanctuary city. Yeah, you guys rock. So that was cool. There are people still protesting. There are people still fighting. against what's going on. So that's cool. There's still so many bad things, but I love seeing the enduring spirit of people like actually, taking a stand and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But I'm still tired. I'm still tired by everything. Um, yeah, but just I haven't really been like laughing that often. Um, I definitely been laughing a little bit with my boys because they are so sassy. I know they get it from me, but damn, like they are super sassy. Their comebacks are really, I know they get that from me, but still it's like, what? That whole mom curse thing is true. I'm telling you, I'm a product of that. Like my dad literally cursed me. Like, "Oh, I hope if you ever have kids one day, they end up being worse than you." And I'm like, "Why would you say that?" I was I was a menace. I was, oh, how am I still alive? The things that I did, like I would climb out of a two-story window to go play at a friend's house because I wasn't allowed to have my own video game console as a kid. So I would go to a friend's house, but I would literally do the whole like tying rope thing together, except it was like sheets and blankets and stuff. I was really good at tying knots, okay? My dad was in the Navy and he showed me some of those knots. And I was really good at that even before I went to the Navy. So the knot tying thing, I was pretty good at. I don't know any of that stuff anymore. It's been way too long, unfortunately. But I was really good at that. So that's just one example. And then I would climb back up to get back to my room whenever I was like, okay, I played 2 hours at my friend's house. I'm going to come home now. And because my mom was just a very negligent person and parent, and yeah, um, she didn't notice. Like literally, it's okay. We're going to go to our room, and my sister would literally just be sitting on the bed reading, and I would just go do my thing. That was when I was like, I'm talking. That's when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about the other stuff that I did when I got older. Um, Not really like crazy stuff, like too crazy, I think, but there are a lot of times where I'm like, "How am I still alive?" I don't know how I got to this point, and you know what? I'm not gonna say anything out loud in case the universe is listening because it is always listening, and the moment you say something out loud, it's like, "Ha, ha, ha, now I'm gonna cause, like, trouble for you because you had to say that out loud." So that's I tell my kids, like, "Don't say things out loud. Don't challenge anything. Don't be like, 'Well, it could be' No, don't say that. Do not finish that. Do not finish that." So yeah, but I was bad. Like I was really I got into a lot of trouble and okay, I'm gonna lean my elbow because onto my knee. I have like a bed frame under, so that's where my feet are right now. My arm's getting tired. Um, but yeah, no, my dad totally cursed me. He's like, if you ever have kids, I hope they're worse than you. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you say that out loud? And then it happened. And you know what? It's not even that they get injured a lot or anything, which they do. And we all get injured. There are bruises where we wake up and we're like, where the hell did this come from? That's just been my entire life. And that's my boys too. Like, it's like I'll say goodnight to them and then like they'll go sleep and they'll wake up and there'll be like a scratch here or a bruise there. I'm like, what happened? Like, I have no idea. Hmm. It appeared, so we're all very accident prone. But it's like, okay, so now that I have more knowledge of the neurodivergence that I see a lot of it in my dad. And I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty sure you're where I got this from. I mean, I think my mom was at the very least, ADHD, like just based on how she acted and how just all over the place and sporadic she was. But my dad definitely shows a lot of the traits for ADHD and autism. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I get this some of the stuff from you. Um, but now I have not one but two children with neurodivergence chaos. And I'm like, oh, I'm just nothing but chaos. And now I have too many me's running around. and I'm disabled and I can't move around like they can. And I'm like, I'm in so much trouble. Help. It's kind of hard to do alone sometimes, but mm, yeah. Anyway, I have no idea how I got on that topic. I just started rambling. This is what happens. This is what happens when I have no plan. You know what? Even when I have a script, and by script I mean a vague, rough idea of what I'm going to talk about in a video, I never actually have a script because anytime I try to write something down or memorize it, it doesn't go to plan. It never does. It's impossible. So so I just kind of like, okay, this is the topic I want to discuss. I'm going to try to stay on point. I'm going to try to hyper focus just a little bit. Most of the time that doesn't work. In this case, I'm just talking. I just wanted to share something funny from early. I don't like putting my hair behind my ear, by the way. Like I don't like putting my hair behind my ear just because I have tiny ears and they look horrible with my face. That's just my assessment. You can judge me however you're going to judge me, but that's just how I feel about my face. Like I have a small face. I know it doesn't look like that because I'm like right there in front of you in this video. Ooh, okay. I felt like I got hair on my eyelashes. Still feels still feel like there's something there. I have my hair is a mind of its own. There's like strands of hair that just I don't know. Anyway, I have a pretty small face, but I have even smaller ears. The hell? Sorry, there was like a noise like outside, and I'm like, even though I have tinnitus in both ears and it's kind of hard to hear at times, before tinnitus struck both my ears in the Navy, I had really good hearing. Like, really good hearing. Like, I could train my ears to pick out very small noises. And well, unfortunately, I could pick out like the hum of like electronics very well. That part I didn't like. I did not like being able to pick up the hum and the buzz of electronics. Other people can't hear it, but I definitely can, and it's very frustrating and very annoying. Um, it's almost as bad as like my sense of smell, my nose, because I can smell things really well. That hasn't gone away. That's still there. People are like, "Oh, as soon as you have kids, that's gonna go away. You're not gonna be able to smell as well anymore." No, it got worse. As in, I can smell better. I'm like, even with sinus issues, I can still smell really well. So when I had COVID before, like I caught, I think like a couple times now, um, but like the second time was really bad. Like I really could not smell, and that pissed me off because it's like I realized like how much I relied on my nose to be able to smell things out, you know? So like I could tell if something was rotten, I could tell if something was like moldy, I could tell if something wasn't right. I could tell the shift in the wind, like, oh, there's going to be rain coming. Or oh, this is happening, or oh, there's a fire somewhere within the next 3 miles or whatever. But yeah, my hearing wasn't even like a loud noise, but like I heard some sort of like shift outside. I know that makes no sense. Um, at least it may not to some people, but yeah, but the it was the location of the noise because it's coming from the back end of my house. I'm like, there's like nothing back there. Like there's literally nothing. Bunch of junk in the yard. Oh, someone's driving down the street now, blaring something. I can like hear the vibrations. I know that may not make sense to people, but when people have like those, when they are really blaring like the bass or whatever in the car, like I can feel the vibration in my ears and it really hurts. Like I cannot handle that if I'm too close. But it doesn't matter if it's down the street from me. if someone is doing that and it's loud enough, like, I can hear that. Like, I can feel the vibration in my ears, and it irritates me, but it's even worse when I'm up close. So I absolutely hate that if I happen to be on the side of the street or I'm at a store and someone decides that they're gonna park their car and they're just blaring their music, but it's like they have, like, the bass going with it. No. I'm actually kinda sad because I can't handle, like, going to concerts ever again because of the way my ears are. But yeah, that definitely I was like, What is shifting in the backyard?" Like, there's nothing there. I know, like, if I wanted to do, like, an active imagination, I could be like, Maybe someone's trying to, like, break in," but there's a bar over both my doors, the front and back door. There's literally only 2, like, there's the front door and there's the back door, and there's a bar, a metal bar over each, and then there's, like, stuff in front, and then all the windows have things in front, like, it's it's pretty barred up, like, I have to be as protective as possible, um, 'cause, it's just us, but, like, it would not be easy. They would definitely have to break a window, and even then, there are hazards in front of the windows that they would not be able to, um I don't exactly Home Alone it, I really don't. I don't have the time to do something like that. I'm pretty sure I could, but that would be exhausting. I don't have the time to navigate that because then I would have to, like, undo some of those traps if I wanted to live in my own house. So, it's not like that. It's not that elaborate. But, I mean, like, if you tried to break in my house and you tried to use, like, the windows, you're gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna say what is under the windows, but it hurts. Um, you're definitely gonna bleed. So, like but yeah, there are bars over the doors and there's, like, industrial stuff behind the doors. So there's I mean, you would have to make a lot of noise, like a battering ram to get in. So, I'm not worried about someone, like, trying to break in. Like, I definitely would be able to hear that, but just the fact that there was, like, a shift, but it wasn't like an animal noise. It's it's like an object shifting, but the only objects that are back there are really heavy. So, nothing that a squirrel can move over and nothing that, like, I haven't seen a raccoon actually in my area, but even a raccoon wouldn't be able to because some the objects that are back there are, like, heavy. Like, I'm talking at least 60 to 70 pounds at least. Like, it weighs more than my kids. My youngest is over 50 pounds. He's around, like, 54, 55 pounds. I can pick him up with my good arm. Um, and then my oldest, he's about 56, 57 pounds. So, yeah, it's more than that. Um, so it's like a heavy object. So a heavy object shifting means it's a person and not a small animal. And even though I've seen deer, like, I'm pretty sure deer aren't moving those objects like that. So that's why I was like, "What the hell?" Like, I can tell what's being moved. I can tell what's like, I know my stuff, okay? I know the things in my backyard. I know yeah. I'm also the kind of person that can instantly tell if something is off in my room. It's a bit chaotic right now as I shift through things and I try to find out, okay, what am I going to donate? What I'm going to get rid of? I'm trying to get out the house and trying to get rid of a lot of stuff because I do not like clutter. I hate clutter. I want things to be organized, but it's not in that state right now. I'm definitely not going to show you, um, but even in the messy chaos that it is, I know where everything is, like, on the surface. So, if something is shifted even a little bit, I can tell. That's why, like, I would catch my kids, like, I knew when they tried to get into the snack drawer, my snack drawer, I would know if they tried to shift anything to get into my closets because they're like, "Oh, maybe she hid some presents in there." I could tell. Even if it's off by a little bit, I could tell. And it's like, "Nope, that's not how I placed that." I know that they did something. And it's funny because they got pretty good at I hate my hair most days. they got pretty good at shifting things to where um it almost looked exactly like how I had it set up, but no, I can tell. So, yeah, I can zero in on that kind of stuff. um I don't know what side of my neurodivergence that is from, but I can definitely zero in on that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have to like go look out my window and be like, what the hell? I have to go see like what was shifted because absolutely something was shifted. Because I heard it being shifted and moved. I'm like, this is it's like 60, 70 something pounds, like the smallest object out there. So, hmm, like who the fuck is going by like my backyard? It has to be a person. Um, but no, I mean, like, even though you're like hearing my voice through this mic and you're not like hearing the other noise and stuff, because I've tried doing a video where I was like like singing a song, like I had a song playing on my laptop where I can hear the song perfectly, like it's blaring, but you couldn't pick it up on this mic very well because it was trained to my mouth. So, like, I was like, "Oh, so this doesn't pick up things like the surrounding area too well, like, especially if it's right here." So, I was like, "Okay, so you may not be able to hear the noise that I could hear, but I assure you, it something was being shifted." Um, and there's the general hum of, like, the electronics in the house. There's the drip of the, faucet in the sink or not sink, the, tub, which I have to get that fixed. Like there's a bit of a drip and a little bit of a leak, but so like and then there's like the ticking of the clock and there's like all these noises that I'm zoned in on, like I'm zeroed in on. This is stuff that I'm used to, that I am aware of on a day-to-day basis. So if there's any shift, I can tell. And I'd be like, nope, that's not normal. I can pick it up immediately if it's something that I don't and that I'm not used to. This is my routine. This is what I'm used to. So anything that's outside of that norm, that would be like, okay, that's not good. Um, but while I've been talking, it hasn't shifted again outside. So maybe someone was trying to. Now, the objects that are out there, they're not like valuable things. Like they're literally, I need to get like a trash pickup service or something to come get the junk that's in my backyard because it's just junk. It's not so it's not like if like someone were to try to steal it or something, it's like valuable or anything. Like well, not like money wise, I guess. Um I mean if they want to take it fine because it's worthless to me, but I haven't heard any of the shifts. Uh anyway, I was going to stop my rambling earlier, but now I've just been invested in like hearing this noise, like hearing if another one happens just because. So, I don't know. Uh, yeah, it's just the general hum. That I know I mentioned it earlier in this video, but like, yeah, people a lot of times I will hear things or smell things and other people can't. And so it's like hyper sensitive, like has sensitivity to things or something. I don't know. I just I'm not like an expert, but I can also taste what a lot of ingredients are usually. It like, I'm tasting something and someone's like, "Oh, there's this kind of spice or that kind of, fruit or whatever." So like can't get everything. I'm not like expert level, but if it's something that like someone has made like a home cooked meal, um, but they didn't tell me what the ingredients are, I can usually pick out the spices and the ingredients, like most of them. Um, unless it's like a food that I'm definitely not familiar with. Sometimes that's happened where I'm just like, what is this? I don't know this. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. And sometimes I'll not get the ingredients correct, but my hearing and my nose, like those are my two biggest ones. I think that's reason why I'm so upset with having tinnitus. Like, sorry, customary yawn per video. If you're new here, I have a yawn in every video. absolutely every video, every time. Um, yeah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get ready for bed then. Um, this is my new, Deadpool and Wolverine sweatshirt that I got recently on a trip to Walmart. Now I have like two Deadpool. So I have a Deadpool sweatshirt from before that's black and it has like prints of Deadpool with like a frying pan. So awesome. I mean, if you haven't guessed, I really I really love Deadpool. I mean, this is just one thing, but like I have a lot of Deadpool stuff. And of course, Tenchimayo. I got that wall scroll when I was like in high school. I got that a long time ago too, that bleach poster. Um, of course I got Spock a while back too, like 2012, I think. 2011. I got it a long time ago. Definitely over a decade ago. Um, but yeah, so then I saw this and I was like, yes, it's Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course I'm gonna get it. Um, but like I designate clothes depending on location. So like I have specific clothes that I will sleep in, specific types of clothes that I will sleep in. There's like a little bin. Um, like I don't here. Can I switch it? So that's like my little thing where I put my clothes in, like there, like that one. Like the top left, that is where my sleep clothes go. The top right, that's where outdoor clothes go. And then one, like the one, that one's where all my sewing stuff is. That's just a little um, glimpse of. So, like, yeah, you saw some stuff stacked up. So, I'm not going to show you all the mess. Sorry. But yeah, like I have a little thing where I have a designated cube um, for clothes and sewing and other projects. So I have some of the stuff on top. So the very top of that, where there's like some black and blue and stuff like that, black shirt and a blue sweatshirt, that little part with the little diamonds that was up top, that's clothes that I wear around the house. So I actually designate. So there, because I mean, once you've like gone outside, like there's bacteria and all sorts of other things that kind of cling to your clothes. I do not lay down in my bed in clothes that I've worn outside. I don't care if it's going outside just for a moment. It doesn't matter. I don't like so I get very upset whenever um I see this in K-dramas, but I've seen this in other like TV shows too, where someone's just like in their full outfit that they just wore outside all day and they go and they get in their bed. I'm like, "No, no, no, stop. What are you doing? Stop, please." It drives me bonkers. Um And I've adopted this sort of, like when I get home, if I don't have to go anywhere else for the day, I will get in like my comfy clothes. It can be house clothes that can be like leggings or like a sweatshirt and like leggings and sweatshirt or t-shirt and shorts, like comfy shorts to wear around the house. Um, like it's just and I have slippers. My slippers are Crocs just because they're really easy to clean. But yeah, we don't wear our outdoor shoes inside, like to walk around inside the house. Like we wear slippers inside the house. So it's like, so we take off so my kids do this too. Cause they kind of started getting that habit where it's like, oh, we don't like to, the outdoor clothes, which is like to school or to, go shopping or whatever. It's like, as soon as you get home, just shuck those off and get into comfy clothes like pajamas, and then you've got your like slippers that you can walk around the house. And now the boys like to go barefoot because they're that type of neurodivergent. But I have to wear socks and slippers kind of person. But I do not like the fuzzy slippers. That's like soft material on the inside. I don't like that because it gets too hot. I get way too overheated. So I wear like thin socks or comfy socks that are breathable and that aren't too like hot with the Croc. So like that. Yeah, that's a picture of my like me being like, yeah, just a exercise, breathable exercise socks and Crocs. So yeah, and then so I have like I don't just wear one outfit for a day and then just like I don't do laundry that often. I'm trying to save money too. So I will wear the same like pair of pants like 2 something 3 days or whatever in the week or whatever, and the same like t-shirt too, before I wash it because I'm like, I'm actually getting wear out of it. I don't have that many clothes to go through that either, like for like an entire week. I mean, I have enough clothes, I guess. It's just I don't want to do that, you know? Like if I'm gonna wear it, 2, 3 something times before I'm gonna wash it. So that's where that bin for outdoor clothes is like, okay, I get home, the things that I change would be like underwear and socks each day, you know? But like pants and a t-shirt or whatever, that's gonna go in that bin. And then the clothes for sleep are strictly for the bed. Like I happen to be sitting on the bed in my like one of my leggings because like it's my house clothes, but when I go to sleep, there are specific clothes. So I designate things, I organize things a particular way, especially my clothes. So so when I say I've got to get ready for bed, it means I've got to get into my actual like sleep pajamas. Please tell me I'm not the only one that does that. Please tell me I'm not the only person who organizes like that. I cannot be the only person because I would feel very awkward and weird if I was like the only person on this planet that does that. Because it makes sense to me, okay? It makes sense to me that I have specific clothes that I would wear outdoors only and not in the house. And then there's like clothes that I could wear around the house that's strictly inside the house. And then of course the slippers. I mean, I don't want to track outdoor stuff all through the house. No, I'm trying to, I mean, I have to clean my floor. I have to like vacuum it, but that's like beside the point. I don't want outdoor things just messing with the indoor space, you know? My room may be really messy right now, but I tend to like things neat and spacious and not too cluttered. It's just I'm claustrophobic. I don't like clutter. So but yeah, and so I organize things like that and then with my clothes. I cannot be the only person. There's gotta be other people who do that. Like I don't like I need organized people in my life because I like organized stuff. My boys are chaotic. They're messy and they're chaotic messy. And so they haven't really gotten into the whole like I should clean this up kind of phase because they're so used to it just yeah. There are times when I won't clean for them though. I'll be like, "Nope, I'm not cleaning that up. You clean it up." And they're like, "Oh, okay, I got to clean it up." And then once they clean, they're really organized too. But until they actually do. So, yeah, I just anyway, another tangent, another ramble. Honestly, this was just created on Whimsy, so now this is just a very long video of me rambling. Um, but okay, I will get ready for bed. And then whatever my next video is gonna be, I never know. I don't plan these things. I wonder like I wonder if that's like part of the charm is not planning these things. I don't know. I don't even know how many followers I have now. I don't really care. Um, because I don't even know how many people see this kind of stuff. I really don't. I haven't paid attention lately, like to how many views anything has. I just do these videos and I post them, and then there you go. So yeah. All right. um, yeah. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.